All right. Good evening, everybody, here on RPG Limit Break. Guys, we are doing week 4 of our Duckling boot camp, and this is also week 1 of our Platy party. So
Yay,
what that
party!
yeah, exactly. Yay, Platy party. What that kind of means is so the first 3 weeks of the boot camp, I was running all the flags and everybody was commentating on what I was doing and blah, 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 so forth and so on. What we decided for weeks 4, 5, and 6 is that we were going to have people that were veterans, right? Not veterans, but people that have been playing the game a while that haven't
more than
won.
Ducklings.
Yeah, more than Ducklings that haven't won a singles tournament with Final Fantasy Randomizer. Join us here, and we were going to kind of commentate on their run. So Luffy and Budgemano are running this race. They are off stream tonight. We have on stream tonight Phoenix 29. Who I want to say was our runner-up in the last Duck Derby, and then Sir Linkalot, who was our Duckling Supreme from last summer.
Yeah,
so,
a couple or 3 times back, yeah.
Yeah, so, no, I'm pretty sure last summer, because it was Papa Duke's, no, yeah, you're right. It was last winter, so it was quite a while ago.
I was going to say, what is time anymore, honestly?
What even is time? But yes, we have the flag. Yes,
I did want to point out that it is a good thing that we mentioned solo tournament, because Linkalot won with Thunder back for the co-op a couple years ago. But that was a co-op thing, and we're not holding that to keeping people out of a solo event such as this one.
Yeah. So we're about to reveal everything right now. Bert's wondering in chat if we're going to do some flag reveal. And literally everybody's learning about the flags right now, including the runners. They got the flags 15 minutes ago. So we're going to go over them super duper quick. And then we're going to go on ahead and start calling this race. So the goal. Topher exits turned on, but you may notice over here under the treasure hunt area, we have shards turned on. So what that means is instead of lighting up 4 orbs, we have shattered those 4 orbs into 28 pieces. They are located in boxes throughout the world, and you got to hunt them down in order to build that big black orb there at the end and go 2,000 years in the past. So we are doing a shard hunt is basically what we're doing. There's 32 shards in boxes, but if you light up the earth and fire orbs, that will get you 2 shards. And if you light up the water and air orbs, that will get you 4 shards each.
I think it's actually 36.
It's...
Because there's a max of 36 for the goals that you can do, so I think it's actually like 36 or something plus the bosses.
I promise you it's 32 because I'll explain
I could be
as we
wrong.
get
I'm happy to be wrong.
No.
I was just going off with it. Yeah, it's fine.
No. Trust me, later on we will explain why it's 32.
You're fine. That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to shut up now.
All right, so our scaling. And Burt Reynolds is verifying what I am currently saying.
Perfect.
And
that's how I always do it.
Yeah. So our scaling, as you can see, is pretty Duckling friendly. We got enemy scaling turned down pretty low, and I'll explain why here in a moment. Just know that enemies are going to be extra squishy this particular round, and boss stats are going to be pretty much standard, 70 to 50 there. EXP is pretty high, encounter rates a little bit on the lower side, and the main thing is if you scroll down just a tiny bit more, or get rid of that. Yeah, there we go. We are, because it is a shard hunt, we are going to go on ahead and do our progressive scaling per shards. So per 8 shards, you'll get 50% more EXP. And I want to say it's per shard.
It is per shard. I know that one.
Yeah, so I know that makes no sense. You think you have to get 8 shards to get that 50%, but it actually, each shard is whatever 1/8 of 50 is, and I'm not doing math here, so...
Not 12.5, 6.25 or something like that? Something close to that?
That sounds about right.
Yeah, ish.
No, let's keep it going.
Never do math on Twitch. That's the rule.
Never. Yeah,
Never.
That's what the rules. That's what they tell us anyway.
Come on, tabs. My browser is like, don't make me do stuff. There we go.
So our incentives are pretty standard for vanilla. Again, we've got Massa and Ribbon turned on. I switched out Marsh Cave for Volcano, and I turned on random treasure chest in Volcano, random treasure chest in Sea Shrine, and behind gating an Earth Cave. And behind gating an Earth Cave basically means it is a random chest anywhere behind where the rod would take you.
Now, as a point of order, random in Volcano's not bad. It does mean that you have to check the hairpins, but that's probably the worst that you have to think about in Volcano. Most treasure chests are on the path for you there. The random in Sea Shrine can kind of suck, but it does teach you as a new player that what route to take through Sea Shrine that's best, and generally in these particular situations, check the chests along the path to Kraken, because you got to go kill Kraken anyway, especially if you want those shards, before you wander off and go to Mermaid side. Now, this being Shard Hunt and a key item that's going to be in there, and maybe you don't have to fight Kraken, but more than likely you'll have to fight Kraken.
Yeah, so it was kind of more like, hey, let's learn where all the chests are in Sea Shrine and Volcano, but also, it's a Shard Hunt, so those are pretty big dungeons with a lot of chests in them. You may as well full clear it anyway to try to get all the shards you can get.
Yeah. I mean, if you're 2 shards away from the end, you could gamble on Mermaid, but, I mean, if you're 2 shards going into Sea Shrine, just go kill Kraken and be done with it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we got a mouse and a ribbon, and that's pretty much it for this screen.
Cool.
All right.
It's chugging. Just give it a sec. There we go.
That's fine.
Yep.
Again, pretty standard for Duckling stuff. Our only vanilla overworld edit is going to be that early open progression. Basically, you can get to Dwarf Cave from Canaria, and there's that river system that's connected between Ice Cave and Volcano.
We really should update the screenshot with that, but
I kind of agree.
yeah, next time we do a tooltip thing, I'll try to remember that. Okay.
All right.
There we go.
All right. So, main things again, I have to say, I keep saying this over and over again, very Duckling friendly here. As you can see, all your progression, the early King, Sarda, Sage, ordeals, all that stuff's turned on as usual. We've got our Gaia shortcut turned on because what monster wouldn't have it turned on? We've also moved the Gaia item shop as well. We've got Lefanish Hospitality, and we've got the Lefanish Superstore. That's just kind of like nice when you've done class change and you got the slab translation. You may as well hit up the magic shops on the way to get all your knight and ninja and all that stuff, all their magic.
Superstore's great.
Yeah. So yeah, I have to say, as somebody who joined the community before Northern Docks was its own separate flag, I agree. Northern Docks is a trash flag and it needs to go away forever. It was coupled in with the extended open progression. I'm glad it's no longer that.
Yeah.
So you can get,
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's like, what, 2.5 years ago? Oh, my, wow.
So, and then under item shuffle, this is the part I want to talk about, and this is how I know it's 32, is because under the item shuffle, under the item shuffle, we've got obviously earlier Ruby, but if you check trap chest here, we've got local formations turned on. So what that means is that what kind of enemy formations you would normally see in a dungeon will be inside of the boxes. We have what's called Monster in a Box, which is what most people have seen throughout the iterations of Final Fantasy past this game, right? Every shard in this game will be behind a trap chest. But again, it will be a local formation, so you won't be like dealing with Warmack or worms and like the first chest you see. It'll be something local to where you are, right? Every trap chest you see will obviously have a shard in it, and that's pretty much it. And they will be marked. So when you walk into a room, you can be like, hey, trap chest, that's cool. I'm expecting this, as opposed to opening a box and getting, holy moly, that sucks. Outside of that, just a free bridge and pretty much it. I got nothing else on this one.
Usual stuff, yep. I think most of these tabs from here on out are going to probably be mostly usual.
Yeah, pretty much standard for Duckling stuff. We've still got the enable soft and enable life and battle, improved cure, heal, lamp, amute spells, shop shuffle, magic shuffle, all that jazz. Formations here, pretty standard again for Duckling stuff. We've got the early spoilers for the bats, if you're interested in that. We don't have the nuke or nuclear consecutives on the Topher battles. We've got random status attacks, and we've removed stun touch. But the main thing, and that is what Dark Moon is pointing out now, is we do not have trap tiles. You know what? I figured if we've got monster in a box, why do we need trap tiles? We don't need trap tiles. We got monsters inside of boxes.
I was just laughing at the screenshot.
Yeah. So yeah, there are no spike tiles, no mandatory, solo stationary grinds for black belts. If you want to bring a black belt, that's totally fine. Hopefully, you'll find something in the desert.
Just gotta think it through.
We're not going to be doing a thing.
Nope.
But I will say, and we'll point it out later, I mean, we didn't totally kill the black belt. The black belt could potentially be useful. But you could choose whatever party you want here. Nothing special on the screen.
It's going. There we go.
Yep. This next room, as you can see, the half BB crit rate is turned off. So if you do want to bring a black belt, I mean, it's still going to have that normal NES black belt crit rate, so you don't have to go all the way to 42. You could probably make 32 happen if you find a T-Rex in the overworld, or if you want to run like a 2-man or something and make things happen. We got your double thief and ninja hit growth. Thief ninja agility turned down to 50. 80's pretty high, 50's pretty good, so we went with that. Yeah. Thief lockpicking also cranked up just a little bit to 18, but if you look down to class EXP bonuses, your thief gets an extra 50% as well as your white mage. So it's still pretty good to bring the thief, I think. I think you might be able to get to level 18.
I was gonna say, as if the thief buffs and the white mage buffs that we have above weren't good enough.
Yeah, we'll just give them a little extra, extra boost to the XP there. And our blurst classes, we got 2 bonuses.
Yep.
But no spellcasting bonuses. All right. Lastly, for gear, I want to say we got a random AoE caster item. That's in case, magic is total garbo at level 1, and, maybe there's like a shard there and you could like hit it with like a black shirt or something. That way you're not completely out of luck there in the very early game. Beggar's Choice is turned on. Just a couple of things. It's like a tent. Yeah, it's like 5 tents, 20 heals, 2 pures, a soft. And blur scenes for weapons and armor is -2 to +5. And the weapon elemental damage type bonus is turned up to 30.
Very helpful.
Yeah. And Burt Reynolds already pointing out the class that the party I would have probably brought along with this, which is probably going to be Thief, Fighter, White Mage, Black Mage, but we'll see what the 2 runners decided to bring.
We
and
conversed
nothing
about
special.
that earlier.
Yeah, nothing special to talk about here on this screen.
Cool. Then we're good. Let's turn that off. I guess you're ready to can let the runners go in just a second then.
Yeah, I'll go on ahead and let them know right now. All right. Yep. So yeah, I mean, with this flag set, I would say 100% for certain. I think that Fighter, Thief, even with the Thief turned down to 50 agi, I mean, that's still pretty good. You got Thief lockpicking at 18, but they're getting 50% more EXP than the rest of the people, so you're probably still going to hit level to 18, at a reasonable time.
Well, and when we take into account,
party.
We need to take into account a couple extra things. Fighter gets +7 luck and +10 vitality. Thief gets +15 agility, so that 50 bonus is now 65. And then +40 HP, so they're a nice little early game tank, honestly. If you find the Vorpal, the black belt can use the Vorpal, and they get a +10 agility. Red Mage gets the black shirt and +10% health, or hit percent, although we're not going to see it here. Some of the other people running off stream might care about that. White Mage, as if they weren't good enough already, gets another 80 HP and 15 MDef, and the Black Mage gets +15 strength and +20 vitality. Seriously, that Thief and that White Mage, really good.
Yeah. So I know we're about 15 after 9, which I think that was pretty good for a stream reveal.
Yeah.
Our runners have been in the race room now for the last 25 minutes. They just got the flags literally 25 minutes ago. They watched the reveal with us, so hopefully they are ready to go. Hopefully they know what's going on with what we're doing. I just hit the quit button, so they'll be going live in about 20 seconds.
We'll probably see them in about 50 with Twitch lag, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So do. There we go.
So yeah, you can see the difference in parties here. Link-A-Lot took a Fighter Rainbow, and I think part of that's because Link-A-Lot's been here for a while, and that's probably a party he's comfortable with in the Randomizer. Whereas Phoenix went with the party you were suggesting, the Thief Fighter White-Black.
Yeah. So I'm assuming, what's going on with Phoenix? I see his timer's going, but... All right,
his timer's not going on stream. He may be delayed. We're gonna see. There he goes. Okay, I'm gonna queue the two of them up. Hold on.
All right, that sounds good. All right, so White Mage, we've got the Harm 4 and the Heal 3. Something we didn't mention, we kind of glossed over a little bit, is White Mage Harm spells. Only White Mages that use Harm spells will attack all enemies, will land on all enemies. So that Harm 4 and Heal 3 at level 1, kind of huge for the White Mage. Nothing great here. Yeah, the wood armor's fine. That's like a crappy chain armor, right?
Ish. I mean, with a decent bonus, it'll carry you through the early game. I think the second you get a chainmail with the plus, though, you're gonna start ignoring it.
Yeah, you got a Zeus Gauntlet as our random AoE item, so that's got to be pretty nice. Woo Bear and Burt Reynolds pointing out, yeah, the Thief lockpicking has been, like, kind of absurd. I kind of...
Thief lockpicking is absurd. I would agree with Like, on the one hand, I like having it around, and I'll take a thief if it's in the game. But at the same time, it's one of those things of, like, you know, sometimes you just really want to, like, have everyone on an even keel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, no shards tier, but we did get $4,000 out of that box, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. Honestly, this early in the game, I'd rather not have to fight an enemy. I'd rather get that money for Provoca and beyond. Good use of that Zeus Gauntlet. Took out most of that. Oh, yeah, Lightning 3 is going to finish that off. Having that Zeus Gauntlet, though, this early is really nice. I know it's the free AoE item, but you never know what Garland might have or might do, and if you can't kill him off with the spells you have on your party, at least you got the Zeus that you can just keep casting.
Yeah, so Double A Antonio in chat wondering what the Thief lockpicking means. Like, exactly what Woo Bear already pointed out. You basically choose a level that the Thief can basically open up key locked areas with, and that includes Topher, which is why it's kind of broken. It'd be one thing, maybe we can talk to the devs later on and be like, hey, can we like decouple those two so that you still need the key in order to get into Topher, because it does really make it broken. Once you get to level 18, that's like one major key item you do not need in order to get into the end of the game.
Or one thing that we could do with the devs is turn on the option where Thief has to be alive to use the lockpicking. Because right now you can weekend and Bernie's that Thief and just slap them up against the door, and it doesn't matter if they're alive or not, you know?
Yeah, it's just kind of, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so Sir Link-A-Lot going for here. Hey, we got our first shard here coming up. Gonna check those first. Let's see what we got. Some Peds.
So local found formations, this helps to show. Peds are down in Crescent Lake. They're not really local to this portion, but the game doesn't care. So it's going to be a selection.
And one of the main reasons, and I mentioned it earlier, was, I made sure that the enemies would be squishy in case something like this happened. Like, Peds, they're not, like, super scary, but you never know. And you definitely don't want a Ped rolling, like, 300 HP with Blaze or something dumb.
Okay, Wolves with Mute. That's gross. Sorry, I didn't mean to walk all over you there. I thought you were done.
No, it's all good.
Okay, good. No, Wolves with Mute, that's really, really foul. But, they're set out of it, not a huge deal. Other thing, is he did get a force, but I think what's more important about that Matoya check was that he got levels from those Peds.
Yeah. And I think that that's the one thing that a lot of people from last year's spring tournament didn't, like, really take into account when they were, harping on the whole monster in a box stuff, is that getting levels from monsters in boxes it's kind of nice. Like, you don't have to take like overworld encounters and dungeon encounters, just fight your monsters in a box. Typically they give you better EXP than the battles that you'll see in places. So it's kind of nice. Vicky giving us the canoe.
Lovely. So yeah, Link-A-Lot may have stopped off. Phoenix didn't go to Matoya early. With 21 of 21 locations, that means 21 items in 21 locations in our pool. There's not going to be any loose chests out there. The only chests you have to check are the ones for shards and any gear you want to get. But you don't have to go looking for, like, key items right there. So if you're comfortable just doing what you want to do, you can. He checked for the Matoya shard because he wanted to, and he got rewarded by it. Phoenix didn't, so even though Phoenix took a little longer to do Garland, he got actually to the pirates first and was able to clear through a portion of that. So, difference in playstyle.
Yeah, big pickup here on the Ice 3 at level 2. And we also saw a vendor item with the cube hanging out there in Provoca. Phoenix already out and gets 4 peeds. So this is something that we kind of talked about a little bit during last spring tournament. Is like, you know, if you see something like this and maybe it's peeds and you want to get some early levels, you could run away from the battle if it's only 2 peeds, take it again, and maybe get 4 peeds the second time, and then get obviously even more levels, which is kind of nice there for Phoenix to get 4 instead of 2.
Yeah, it's arguable whether or not the extra 1,000 or so is going to matter, like, past the first 10, 15 minutes. But right now, if he gets an encounter that's gross, those couple extra levels could really help.
Yeah. So Sir Link-a-Lot remembering to talk to the hint givers here in the cities. It looks like the king gave him the slab, which he already knew about, and I missed what the person in Provoca told him, but he talked to him super duper quick.
Wasn't the slab. The king and the princess gave TNT and herb.
Oh, then I don't know what he said about I saw something about the slab and the king. I just saw the text super duper quick, so I must have missed it.
Our runners go way too fast. Let's just put that out there.
Yeah.
Another shard here. This will give Link...
Sorry, chat helping me out. Northwest Castle King.
Okay. The king, quote unquote.
Yeah. The kindly old king. And Phoenix 29 and Sir Link-a-Lot taking on the exact same monster in a box formation here. This is pretty awesome. Getting their forces, knocking down a bunch of mummies and mommies, and getting some levels in the process.
So you can see that the difference in pathing that Link-a-Lot and Phoenix took early didn't really matter that much, because they were both able to get here and do this turn-in around the same time.
Yeah. It just goes to show how great these two runners are. Like I said, Phoenix, runner-up in the most recent Duck Derby. Sir Link-a-Lot was our Duckling Supreme like 3 Duck Derbies ago. It was Budgemano from the most recent one. It was Papa Dukes from the one before that last summer, and then Sir Link-a-Lot before that. So it just goes to show how good these runners have come since, obviously, doing the Duckling program here. So both these guys skipping Marsh because Marsh is not incentivized. So why would we go to Marsh Cave?
I was actually pulling up the flags to double check that. But yeah, I'm so used to spring tournament where we actually have to like go to Marsh that I'm like, oh, we don't have to go to Marsh. Oh, how lovely.
Yeah. There's our ship there with a canoe. Not terribly shocked. This seems pretty familiar from the runs that I did testing these flags out. You're going to end up with a canoe ship. We got volcano, ice cave, crescent that we can go to potentially find the canal.
Yeah, it's when you have the Circle C and it's blocked with the canal that you have to get, no free canal, you are very likely going to get the same items in the same areas again. Like, not always the exact same locations, but you're going to get the Circle C items earlier just because the game has to front load them. It's like back in the day, in the way early spring tournament flags, when, King always gave out Bridge because it was basically the only thing he could give out. Yeah.
All right, so Sir Link-a-Lot running out of money here, can't get all of the level 4 magic. I'm interested to see if he'll sell that Zeus Gauntlet or if he's going to hold on to it. Sometimes you want to not double dip cities, so I'll be interested to see what he decides to do. No, he's going to keep the Zeus Gauntlet, maybe come back for level 4 later once he does Crescent, Volcano, Ice Cave, all that jazz. Temper was there, and I think Fast was there too.
I think it was at the same level, yeah.
Yeah,
I will say you raised a valuable point there, because I wouldn't have thought about selling the Zeus just because it was in my inventory and I was using it. But considering how good of spells we got, Lightning 3 at level 1, Ice 3 at level 2, I missed what was at level 3, but I know we also had Harm 4 on the White Mage in the first 2 levels. It kind of feels like the Zeus Gauntlet is already not as valuable anymore.
Yeah, I saw Life 2 for the White Mage at level 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I'll have to wait until we see their magic because I kind of missed it. But all I saw was like about $7,000 worth of magic that Sir Lancelot would want to pick up at level 4 that he couldn't afford, so he's gonna have to go back to Elfland. And that marble is the ruby.
Yep, that's the Titan snack, and Lancelot went with the various rocks that the Titan can eat. So we got us a ruby. Mark that off.
And the sage told him something was in Volcano, and I completely missed it. Man, he is so quick talking to those hint givers. I did not see what it said. It just said something was in Volcano.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. In a party like this, you're probably going to want all the items that are in the pool anyway. I would not necessarily even bother talking to the hint givers just because, save the frames.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, depends on, if it gets you the floater or not, but hopefully Phoenix will remember and we can check that out. But obviously something Sir Lancelot does not want right away because he's going straight to Ice Cave.
And Phoenix does what I do and just doesn't talk to them.
Doesn't even think about it. It's like, got
who
nothing to say.
cares?
What do those people have to tell me?
Yeah. I mean, I think if he'd heard that the Mazamoon was at Volcano, for example, Lancelot would have made an immediate beeline, because then you can kill Carrie while you're there, and you can kill her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have sworn it didn't look like any capital letters. So I want to say it was either Masamune or Ribbon that he read. Good Lord,
Ribbon. Yeah, Ribbon
Yes.
does not guarantee a Carrie win the way a Mazamoon does.
Yeah, my ability to speak words is compromised, clearly.
Good.
So Sir Lancelot making his way through Ice Cave. Phoenix right behind him, not messing around either, is going to go straight to Ice Cave. Doesn't even know about whatever's in Volcano. Just going to follow Sir Lancelot to Ice Cave. Actually, don't blame this.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you got to go to Volcano anyway. And you gotta go to Ice Cave more than likely anyway, just to see what's here. The canal has to be some place you gotta go. It's gonna be at one of these two areas, even if you don't talk to the hint giver. And, if you're worried about whether or not you can survive Volcano ahead of time... Oh, Dragon Sword +5. If you're worried that you can survive Volcano right now, just, get through and kill Carrie and all that, you might just come here to get your extra levels while you're at it.
Yeah, that Dragon Sword +5 is, not only huge, and the Dragon Sword's not, noteworthy by any stretch of the imagination in the original game, but with a +5, it's, near, well over Ice Sword level, and, it's got that elemental damage bonus on Dragon-type enemies, and there's one particular fiend that is a Dragon-type.
There is. I mean, that's a lovely weapon with that bonus that's on it. I mean, that's a ton of damage that's going to be able to kick out. And I mean, even coming here with it, finding that in the Ice Cave, that's nice to have because there's frost dragons down here you may have to fight.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can fight some red dragons in Volcano. I mean, yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, it's a great pickup.
So Lancelot finishing clearing this area. Got a house. Gotta love picking up houses here, especially if you don't have any.
Now, also nice thing is that you can check all these rooms without having to take any fights. In the rooms. No trap tiles.
Right, so it doesn't look like... Ooh, black shirt. That's a monster pickup there,
I mean,
especially...
Yeah. Well, you know right now if you decide you're going to class change, then you have a piece of armor for that Black Mage anytime they want to use it. And if you're going to Volcano, you can cast Ice.
Yep. And Dark Twinge helping us out with that question on that. Thank you very much.
54,000 in that chest.
That was some monster money.
That's some
But
great...
we've only seen one shard in this entire place, but that Oak armor is kind of nice.
Oak armor, a light sword that you can put on your fighter. This is crazy good gear here. I love this.
Yeah, this is great. Let's see what the incentive's going to be. Probably the canal.
Canal. Yeah. Okay, it's even nicer, and Lancelot did this, and I didn't even think about it, because White Mage had spells, but the light axe in the White Mage's hands now does damage against everyone.
Ah.
Smart.
That's very smart, yeah. Probably went to Ice Cave here, because whatever he saw that the sages told him was in Volcano wasn't going to be progression for him, so why go there now?
You have to go later. Yeah.
Let's get the canal, get out of the inner sea, and then we got the ruby. We can talk to Sarda. We've got the canoe, which means we can go to Ordeal. So we've only got 2 locations we can check, unless, of course, we find the rod between, then and there.
Well, we're going to find out in a second where Linkalot decides to go. And it is Volcano. I guess it's just gear and levels now made the deciding factor. I mean, +5 Dragon Sword, plus the armor that you found with, like, the Opal. I think you can kill Carrie.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
So I do like this play because you're obviously in the area. You may as well go on ahead and, get 32 boxes.
Always my reasoning.
Yep. And the carry kill gets you an extra 2 shards anyway, so you may as well do it because you're in the area.
Yeah. It's good all around, and I mean, you gotta go back down past here and get to your ship that you maybe parked at the river system or left at Elf, depending upon how you play this. I always park it at the edge of the river system inside the Circle C when I have it, and I have the canoe, because it's just a little faster. But that's just, like, you're gonna have to go past this no matter what, so you may as well just clear this out here, because no matter what, you have to come here, basically. There's something here.
Yeah. Orgul's pretty ugly on this tile, but luckily they do not resist lightning, so lightning will do damage against them if you threw anything else at them, specifically ice, which you would think ice, I mean, they're Argoyles, they're red. Ice should work on them. No, it doesn't.
No, it's not. They're not fire goyles, they're just Argoyles.
Argoyles. Kind of like the other thing. You think that Carrie, she's the fiend of fire, but she is not weak to ice.
She has
weak to status elemental.
Huge magic resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember doing that when I first played the game on vanilla. I came in, I'm like, okay, I've got ice spells. I should be able to kill Carrie, and she laughed at me.
All right, looks like we got 3 shards in this room.
Yeah.
Kind of nice.
3 here, plus 2 others on the floor. I want to point out that Linkalot checked just high enough to see 2 other chests, saw they weren't trap tiles, and just skipped them because he didn't want to do the hairpins, which, that's a reasonable play, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's level 11. He's getting good levels off of this.
Yeah, Perilous, you can take down with ice as well, or of course
He's got so many castable items right now.
Yeah, we got Lit 3s, we got Harm 4s, we've got Zeus Gauntlet, Ice 3. Phoenix actually getting away from Volcano is doing the Ruby and the Ordeals check first before coming back here. Let's see what this is all about.
Got us some nice diversions. And as soon as I get a look at... Oh, Excalibur -2 is not great, but...
Ooh, that Vorpal +4 is really nice, though.
Vorpal's lovely. And if you had a black belt, you could use it. Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
As soon as we can get a look at their menu and I can see how many shards they have, I'll start keeping track.
Yeah. I mean, Sir Linkalot right now, based on what I remember, is probably at about 8 shards, and Phoenix has probably 5. Again, this is just based on what I remember these guys picking up in places. Actually, Phoenix probably doesn't even have 5. Sir Linkalot picking up, this is not the incentive item.
Nope.
It does give you the incentive fanfare, so that can be kind of confusing, but it is not the incentive item.
Yeah, that incentive fanfare is something the devs are working on, but it's because it's forced into the game due to the flags, so the game feels like it has to play the incentive jingle.
Yeah. So Sir Linkalot, like going back in after checking everything, that roost stick is nice because the defense sword is still out there, so you have 2 different ways in order to, ruse up your characters, as they said.
So I'm going to put an estimate of 8 and 7 shards for them right now, because I know Phoenix was fighting, got 2 here, and for the 5 that we think he had. But it's very hard to tell, because they menu too fast.
Yeah.
5.
No, he's got 5.
He's got 5.
So Phoenix is at 5, and Sir Linkalot is got 5 here, plus 3, probably at 8.
Probably 8,
I would guess.
That Volcano, honestly, was a great play for him for early shards. And remember, the early shards are going to lead to better EXP early on. It's a good play.
Yeah, and he does, in fact, have 8 shards because he menued just quick enough for me to see 6 on the top and 2 on the row below it. And yeah, Dark Twinge pointing out it is 6.25% per shard.
That's nice. Also point out that it can't be the... There it is, it's the loot. I was going to say, it couldn't be the, whatever we were saying it was going to be here in Volcano, like you said, because, the ribbon, because Phoenix got that from Sarda.
Okay. So we got the ribbon from Sarda. Sir Linkalot knew the loot was here, so that's kind of good. Obviously, I imagine Phoenix will come here.
Eventually.
Volcano.
He's got to come here eventually. I mean, he knows it's going to be incentivized, and once he does other clears, he's pretty much going to determine that the loot has to be the item that's here no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to do it. Yeah.
And so, as of right now, we know 100% for certain that whatever leads to the floater is going to be in Ordeals. Because it's pretty much the only place we can go to right now.
Yeah. If Northern Docks are off, that pretty much does limit us to that. And we have a bottle we have to turn in. The game is kind of encouraging that to happen.
Yep. All right, so Phoenix is heading to Ordeals right now. Sir Lincolette finishing up the full clear here of Volcano. Has the shard lead right now, and we'll definitely have the shard lead once killing Carrie, because that'll put us at about 10 shards here, where Phoenix, like we said, is about 5.
He skipped the Red Dragon chest.
Yeah, I mean, he already got the incentive, and I guess to him, like, walking way over there is kind of pointless.
I mean, you only have to walk into the room to see whether or not the chest has a shard on it. I think I probably would have done that, and if it wasn't, just walk right back out. But I guess I understand it, because you don't have to worry about too many encounters if you skip it. Just, yeah, a little weird.
Yeah. Ice 3 doing 36 damage on Carrie. Not great damage there. It's 60-something, and Viz 2 coming out. Hopefully this Dragon Sword plus 5 is going to do a little bit of something here.
Gets the heal 3 going, which hopefully doesn't kill it. Good, good. That extra 80 HP on the White Mage really doing a good work there.
Ice 3 doing a lot of no damage here. As you can see that Carrie is in fact resisting ice damage. 3 hits, 96. You hate to see that. You hope for a little bit more. And unfortunately, we don't have that level 4 temper, so we can't make that sword do more damage, but the harm 4 is doing some damage.
One harm 4 does more damage to Carrie than everything else.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I mean, he's doing the damage, and Carrie isn't doing too much crazy stuff outside of the fire too. So hopefully this next round should do it. Yeah, 46 damage.
It's gonna take us to 10. So he's he's about a third of the way towards where he needs to be.
Yep. Phoenix getting through Ordeals. We know that Ordeals is going to be vanilla, or the incentive is going to be in the vanilla box, which is the tail box in the original game. But obviously, you're going to check the boxes along the way, because why not? So we know it could be anything. It could be the TNT. It could be the crystal. I don't think we've seen that yet. It could be the rod.
Phoenix has 2 light axes now. Yay.
Oh, it's the rod.
Time
for an Earth Cave dive to get into the air.
And that's pretty much the only place we can go to, so.
Yep.
So, if Linkalot were to say, go and do Ordeals before he went to the Sarda Melmond area, he could probably shave half a minute or so from like the back and forth backtracking that he'd have to do that Phoenix did, basically. Yeah.
Early Sarda is on. We already talked to Sarda. Phoenix did anyway. Got the ribbon from Sarda. But what I mean is, like, because we've got the rod, we can go check Earth Cave past gating. Past gating means it is anywhere past the rod plate. So it's any one of those 8 chests on Earth 4.
So that's going to be the next thing that leads us to where we have to go, and we're pretty much down to it basically being floater. And Linkalot's going to go check Sarda, or are you just going to save?
Probably going to check this out. Gonna check this out first, and then go to Sarda, then probably go down to Ordeals.
I mean, that's true. It's just if he didn't, he'd save time. He doesn't know, but he'd save time over Phoenix if he didn't do that.
And then that told him that the crystal was somewhere, and I just didn't even see it.
It's too fast.
Yep, but Phoenix here in Earth Cave, checking Earth Cave, because, again, we are on a shard hunt. We may as well try to get some shards. Phoenix is behind on shards right now, only has 5 shards. Now, what Phoenix could have done is save before coming in here and then reset out of this, because obviously he did not need that 141, and it was not a shard. So
Linkalot is going to save at least a few seconds here, because he did skip out on doing Sarda before coming to Ordeals.
Interesting play. Again, Phoenix could have saved a tiny bit of time by resetting once checking that box, because obviously he did not need the money that was in that box, and we could just go back in off of whatever power cycle or anything to check the boxes on the south side of this first floor here instead of walking around with that money that he didn't need. But Phoenix is going to come down here and check this out, so let's check out what we got here. Ooh, katana. I would definitely walk that out.
I mean, this is a thing here where I understand the impulse to check every chest, but you know only certain ones are incentivized, and there's more shards in the game than you need. This is a long walk to do. I think if there was a shard or two down here, I'd be comfortable with just skipping them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because let's say, for instance, you decided not to get this, and you just walked past it. You're only missing one shard, right?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
The minute and a half or 2 minutes that it took Phoenix to check the top room, not reset out, then check the two bottom rooms, it's like, I don't know, that katana's nice, but at the end of the day, I think you kind of want your fighter to do all the damage. And we've got a Vorpal already, so it's like, and an Excal.
And you know Amaz is in the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the big advantage that Phoenix, I think, still has right now is that he does have the Thief, and the Thief's going to have that Thief lockpicking at level 18, and it can't be too far away from 18 at this point, especially with the bonus EXP on the Thief and the White Mage.
I don't have the flags up. My potato does not want to run that right now. Is Canaria locked on or off?
Canaria locked is on.
Okay. So, like, in one instance where it might not hurt Link-a-Lot at all that he doesn't have the Thief is, let's say, the key is down in Earth Cave. And key leads to floater in one way or another. Then really the lockpicking, the one thing you want lockpicking to do, it's not going to do for you.
Yeah. Bear pointing out that the Excal is kind of a meh Excal, but I don't know about it's still, even a -1 Excal is going to do pretty good damage against the Fiends. Now, it's not going to do great against Chaos, but with that that plus 30 damage bonus type and the Excal, obviously.
Against everything else.
Yeah, against pretty much any sort of type.
Yeah, because all the bosses have types, and that includes all the Fiend 2s.
Yep.
Yeah, I was going
to check this box. This is like, what are we doing checking this box?
I'd skip that one too.
That's a long ways to go.
I was just going to note that I was going to call it a Me-Excal or the Mexcal, but that sounded bad. Let's go with the Texcal.
Yeah. Yeah, so yes, Excal is strong versus all the things except for anything without a type.
Yep.
And the only things that aren't types are Warmech and Chaos. Everything else a type of some kind.
Warmech isn't robot type? Legitimately, I thought there was a robot type because of sentries and guards as well, so... And I could have sworn people said that they were weak to lightning. So I might have just picked up bad advice.
Oh, people are helping me out here. Apparently, Warmech is a regenerative type.
There you go. I knew there was a type to them.
In the history of ever, I would have never known that was a thing.
I had the wrong type, but I knew there was a type.
All right, so hate pointing out Kaizokus don't have a type. Purple worms and Chaos don't have types. So those are that is like the most trivia of trivia questions. I'm going to ask that someday.
There you go.
Kurant with the big time rating, party of 10. Thank you, Kurant, for bringing some people in here to hang out with us. Guys, this is the Platy party.
Platy party, yep.
Yep, part of the Duckling Boot Camp Week 4. So this is for newer players, but these are veteran-ish runners playing new player flags for new players to watch them play the flags, if that makes any sense. Good Lord.
That's a
lot of words I just said. Yeah.
So, like, Link-a-Lot is only about a half a dungeon behind now, picking up that ribbon, and actually picking up that ribbon right now before you go into another dungeon, especially Earth Cave with all of its potentially grody enemy packs. That's nice to do. That's a great time to get it. Phoenix now looking to see what the behind gating incentive is going to be. Bait Sword's not bad. I mean, it's nice to have. Adamant.
There's the Adamant.
Okay.
Yep.
The gold brick that you can wrap a lemon strand around and reenact the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yep, pretty much.
Yep.
Phoenix going the south side here.
That's slightly slower by 2 or 3 steps, I think, as reported by community member Falconic.
Yep. So here we go here. Phoenix, do you think Phoenix checks the bottom room?
He's been
room,
checking everything.
Yeah, he's checking everything.
He's
Going
checking
for
everything.
the room out of the way.
Link-a-Lot, you will note, did not check those three rooms on the Earth 1 floor. Does not care.
Yep. So gonna miss out on the one force, but at this point, Sir Link-a-Lot's already full cleared another dungeon and is in the same dungeon as Phoenix right now, and has really only missed out on one shard.
Phoenix got 7 down here, skipping the 1 on the first level. He's probably going to get then 5 more, and he'll be at 15 by the time he leaves, presumably.
Yep. So Phoenix, gonna pull up our speed bump number 1 here. I imagine this battle will be a little bit easier for Phoenix than the carry battle was for Sir Link-a-Lot because Lich doesn't resist a lot of things. So big ol' hit with that ice sword, not doing a ton of damage.
Okay, Link-a-Lot skipped another room, so he's gonna miss out on the shard that was in there as well.
Yep, Harm 4 coming out for 174. So here we go again, same kind of strats here. Not even doing anything with the Black Mage. Harm coming out 308. That's gonna do it.
It's a speed bump. You don't need to do much.
Yep, and that looks like that's going to be 11 shards for Phoenix.
I had him at 12.
Sorry, 9. No,
I must have misread what he had, so 9. Okay.
Yeah, he had 7 going
9.
in. 9,
okay,
so
there it is.
9 now.
My brain, just don't even ask.
It's all good. All right, so Phoenix going to turn in the adamant. At some point, we are going to get in the air.
This could lead to key still. We could still be on a big quest chain, or crystal, or something. Floater, there we go. Okay.
There we go. So we've got the bottle which we can turn in right away. Phoenix still needs to go to Volcano to get the loot out of there in order to finish the game and get his thief up to level, 18 or whatever. And then also get all the shards, right? We got to get 28 of them. What are we...
I was just going to say, still just to point out that the longer it takes for the key to show up, but that Phoenix doesn't go and, check Canaria locked early, the longer that the thief lockpicking doesn't matter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so Phoenix going to get in the air. First in the air here, 31 minutes, 49 seconds. Sir Link-a-Lot probably not too far behind. I mean, already on that Earth 4 floor, and again is already a dungeon ahead of Phoenix right now, already clearing the volcano.
Oh,
Toxic
3
coming
survived. Was that off the werewolf? I think that was off the werewolf. If I'm in Link's shoes, even though I have another room to check, knowing there's toxic down here, I'm getting out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to see any of that anymore.
Yeah. Just now looking at Link's shard count, we got 13 on Link, which will be 15 after killing Lich. So quite a sizable shard lead. What are we at? 6 over Phoenix right now? So
yeah, 4 right now, but 6 once he gets the Lich shards. Also want to point out that the bottle became the crystal for another turn in that he can do. So Phoenix is at least putting the power of that floater, that early floater, to use as fast as he can.
Yeah. So gonna probably head over to Matoyas here, and then depending on where we are proximity-wise, I imagine maybe hop into Volcano because we're in the area. But yeah, I could see that right now. There's not really much else we can do.
Waterfall.
Yeah, but we don't have the Axio.
Well, and I think that's Crown from there. Unless Crown, depending upon what Crown leads to, we're at a position. Yeah, we're at a position where the waterfall may actually be required access for Oxiel.
Yeah. Well, like I mentioned earlier with the hint givers turned on, I think I remember correctly, the slab comes out of this pickup. So he'll be going back over this way. He's going to talk to the dragons that hang out next to Astos real quick before going in.
Drunkenly stumbling around the room for a second.
Hey, I got this crown for you.
Ah!
Yeah. Hey, can I put this crown on this dragon right here?
This is crown here. Oh yeah, they both have Earth. Link has fire orb lit. Just for the lighting the orbs here on the tracker doesn't matter as much, but at least now you know which bosses they fought.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right. So Phoenix hopping in here. Gotta obviously translate the slab. Sir Link-a-Lot forgot he doesn't have the crown yet. Hasn't turned in the bottle. Oh, forgot it was the adamant that he grabbed out of there.
Yeah,
Whoops,
probably.
easy.
If he saw a yellow icon light up and he just wasn't paying attention, I've done that before. There's that floater for him. Good.
Yeah. Phoenix doing Phoenix things. Yeah, this sucks. I hate turning in the slab. It's just such
Slab's awful.
annoyance.
But with 21 of 21, you basically have to, even with especially since you know the Mazamoon could be here, or this is progression. No matter what, you feel like the only way that Phoenix gains time by not doing this is if the key is here.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Yeah.
Which at that point, once you do it and you get the key, you're like, really? Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Feels bad.
All right. Throwing lightning at a T-Rex. We're almost at level 18 there on the Thief. We got level 16 right now. Sir Linkalot only 4 minutes behind Phoenix. Again, I cannot stress enough, Sir Linkalot is a full dungeon cleared ahead of Phoenix right now and only 4 minutes behind him, and has the loot, which, I mean, we can't get over how important that loot is for finishing the game. It is the ultimate go mode item. You need it in order to get into the final dungeon.
So 35-35, Phoenix is in here about to turn the slab.
It's the key!
See? So, lockpicking didn't even matter.
Mm-hmm. Brutal.
Yep, that's the downside of lockpicking. It's a great thing, and you take it in case you need it. Just in case you can skip having to, worry about, the door at Topher. It can give you an edge from experience having had Thief lockpicking on for a co-op tournament that I played in. At the same time, though, there's a good chance it doesn't really matter. It's just not even a factor.
Yeah, but Phoenix did the right move and reset out of that key completely. So saved himself a little time and is in Volcano. So
Yes.
we're going to get caught up here as far as checking these boxes, getting all the shards that Sir Linkalot has already picked up, obviously killing Carrie, getting the loot out of here, which is kind of huge for Phoenix. And then of course, hopefully getting to level 18 so that key that he just reset out of won't even matter.
Yeah, and that's the trick right there. That's the thing to point out is he reset out of it. I'm with you, 100% agree, good idea. He's level 16, I think, now on his Thief, so that's good. But if he doesn't get level 18 here, that's a time loss.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine he will. I wanted to say there were at least 7 shards in boxes. Oh my gosh, these Argoyles have Lit 3 and Blaze, which Sir Linkalot never once in the history of ever.
Well, he's gonna try and get out of here with it, and then I think he has life, so he should be able to revive. But that was seriously a clutch survival right there.
Yeah, and I want to say Argoyles are on another one of these boxes, so that is definitely scary. But luckily, we've got the ribbon. I know, we got the ribbon on that White Mage and keeping him alive here. Sir Linkalot has already done this area, so he's checking the Cardia Islands, has got a shard out of here, and is taking on a few red dragons.
Didn't see him do the slab turn-in yet, has not followed that chain. Don't think he's done the crystal to crown turn-ins either. He got in the air, and then he's gone off to do something else. So...
Yeah, I think it was just checking this area out.
Yeah.
And then is gonna do a Oxiel-less waterfall check, so...
It's a gamble, but I think it's... I mean, he's probably sitting there going, I gotta do something to shake things up, if I don't want to have to go do, the slab chain and everything. Oh, he checked the hint giver. He knows that crown is gonna lead to slab, and he may be banking on a gamble for that.
Yeah, but I don't think he knows that the slab turns into the key, and the key could hold the Oxiel, and then he could just do this whole thing in one go.
Yeah, I mean, that's a risk. That's a risk.
No, so out of life charges here on Phoenix side because he keeps hitting these Argoyles, and it looks like hits the ruse stick. Hopefully realizes that that's not the incentive item here. Again, it does the incentive jingle for whatever reason, but it's not the incentive item down here.
Also point out that there was a pro ring there, so it's a nice pickup.
All right, his poor teeth is down. Hopefully he can get out of here and maybe save after checking these boxes.
How Thief being down when you have 3 shard checks you want to do, that hurts, because you needed those levels on the Thief to get your luck picking up.
Yeah, and then, of course, getting completely RNG'd out of here, because, again, Sir Linkalot saw all these boxes, and never once the Argoyles got turn order on them.
Yeah, I think he always had turn order and was able to cast the spells, and the Argoyles didn't do anything. So...
Yeah, and like what you said, like hitting all these boxes, you want your thief alive so you can get that thief lockpicking so you don't have to find the key. Or so, not find the key, but not get the key that you already abandoned somewhere. All right, so Linkalot getting the chime out of here. Must have knew the chime was here and is going to probably go dive Sky because it is incentive, but it's not random incentive. It's just the adamant chest
He
that's
does
up
have
in
Q.
Sky.
Yeah, he could go do all of Sky and get that out of the way. Sky levels are nice levels. Not going to complain about that.
No, not at all. And there's 52 boxes up there that could potentially hold shards. Plus, killing T is going to get you 4 extra shards. And Sir Linkalot, I want to say at this point, has got to be... What did I say last time he was at?
Last time I saw him, he was at 13. He's got to be closer to 16 right now because he did the Cardia checks. I just haven't seen his levels yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get it soon.
Yeah. Next time he pulls up his menu. Yeah, next time he pulls up his menu, we'll figure out how many shards he has. I want to say he has... Yeah, I didn't see it. I was going to say 14.
Too fast. That's what I'm saying. Too fast. They're close to tied right now. Maybe someone in the chat caught it.
Woo Bear pointing out Axiel could be in Sky. Well, Axiel could still be behind the key, too. Because we still got the Masa out there. We have the tail, and we have the Axiel tail.
Oh, I see what Link did.
Thank you.
He did the slab turn in, and then he did the slab activation, and then before coming over here to do, so he sent the whole chain there. Before coming over here to do the turn in, he decided to swing by and get Waterfall while he was on the way.
Yeah.
It's decent routing.
I still like to do everything in on-ramp
I know,
in one go.
I agree.
But,
I agree.
But again, I'm not here to tell Sir Linkalot how to play the game. He is a much finer runner than I am, so let him do his thing. Now, Phoenix is doing something that I don't like right now. He is not checking these boxes because he got the Roo Stick. Check these boxes, please. The loot is here.
Please no, please no, Phoenix. Please no.
Yeah, you've got to be checking these boxes.
Yeah. He's coming in.
Okay, please come into this room. We know the loot is here. It's in this room, I want to say. There it is. Okay, good. Whew. It's probably going to get a little confusion. Be like, oh my God, what?
14. He's at 14 right now. I don't know what Linkalot is at, because Linkalot menu's too fast.
Yep. Ooh.
Lovely fight.
Yeah, huge fight right there.
I mean, they're going to be painful, but great experience.
Yeah, already level 18 across the board there, which is nice considering you don't even really have to take any overworld or dungeon encounters. You can just take these boxes.
19, 22, 19. Oh, that white mage is lovely.
Yeah. So Phoenix not checking any more boxes. Is done with boxes that do not contain shards. And I don't blame Phoenix in this go. So let's see here. Yeah, I think that was 14 is what I just saw. So next time...
I was just going to say, here's the downside is Phoenix is now funneled to having to go to Waterfall. There's a ribbon and an Aegis shield. He's funneled having to go there because he doesn't have the key, so he can't do anything except follow in Sir Linkalot's tracks. So by ditching that key, even though it seemed like a good move at the time, and then not having his thief up to get lockpicking, he's forced to be, 3-4 minutes behind Linkalot now, and there's no choice in the matter.
Yeah, that kind of stinks. I would have definitely... Not I would have, because I shouldn't be telling people what I would have done. But it would have been a good thing to walk out of there, drop a house down, use life, and then come back in. That way you're getting levels on that thief. Because, yeah, we need 2 levels on that thief in order to negate the key. And at this point, like what you said, he's going to have to go there and do the waterfall without the Axiel. And the Axiel could potentially be in that key-locked Canaria. We don't know.
Key leading to Axiel is pretty much the one thing that would save Phoenix and put him back ahead of Sir Linkalot in this race.
Yeah.
Still have no clue how many shards Sir Linkalot has, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely missed it. I want to say, I mean, they're both pretty... I didn't see Sir Linkalot pick up any more shards than Phoenix has already got. I want to say that if Phoenix is at 14 at this point, 16 at this point, then Sir Linkalot, with these 2 right now, should be at 20.
I think you're probably right. 20-ish sounds good.
Yeah.
He's gonna probably need to want to heal after this fight, though.
All right. Phoenix, bringing everybody back up, looking at his inventory, trying to figure out what we're doing here, trying to figure out what's next on the agenda. Is gonna...
I'm sorry, 618 damage from a level, 19 fighter with that dragon sword. That dragon sword is ridiculous.
Yeah. Phoenix doing the cardio checks, the same thing that Sir Lancelot's doing, or did earlier, but is not opening any boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna run. I think he feels behind. And while I don't think there's a lot of good gear in these Cardias, if he keeps doing this skipping all the boxes thing, he's gonna miss out on a lot of actually decent gear that Sir Lancelot managed to pick up.
All right, so with these two having shards and the one that was down in the grassy location, I want to say Sir Lancelot now has 22 shards as opposed to the 20 I thought he had. So hopefully we'll see his menu here in a moment so we can confirm that he in fact has 22. Because if he has 22, he only needs 2 more shards, a Tia kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we are good to go.
Yeah, he could... Tia and Kraken will give us 8, and then... Oh yeah, he can stop basically any time after the next 2 shards.
Yeah, if he has 22.
If he has 22.
Yeah. I'm just basing this off of what I'm seeing Phoenix picking up and what I imagine Sir Lancelot has already picked up. That was...
Sun Sword.
19. That was 19.
Weird Sword plus 5 as well. If we didn't already have the Dragon Sword, I'd be tempted by the Were Sword, you know?
Mm-hmm. Now, I will have to say I'm a bit shocked. They have basically the same amount of shards right now. So Lancelot has 19 and Phoenix has 18.
Only 19 and 18. Okay, so Link still needs 5 more shards to be able to do his go mode.
I'm just kind of confused because Sir Lancelot cleared the Cardia Island, so I don't understand how Phoenix is so close to Sir Lancelot when Sir Lancelot has already found...
Well, they've done...
What, 3 shards?
Oh, no, but, okay, so one thing is Sir Lancelot skipped 2 of the shards in Earth that Phoenix got. Yeah.
Yes, there we go.
That's it, right there.
There we go. All right, and killing those dragons hopefully put that thief over that level 18 area, so we're about to find out right now, right this second, whether the Oxiel is in fact here.
Yeah, he's looking.
And Canaria locked. He's going for it. Now, one thing I want to say is I hope that Phoenix comes back and watches this. Ooh, and the tail is in sky, which means this has to be the Oxiel. It can't be anything else.
No, I can't. Oh, yeah, because he has key.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Phoenix doesn't have key, but it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is going to be the Oxiel, and we know that the Masamune is going to be in Sea Shrine. Yeah, oh, for sure. Woo Bear wondering in chat, do you check Dwarf? Absolutely, there's 10 chests there.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, 100%.
7 chests, yeah.
Mm.
That puts him at 20.
There's our Oxiel.
And our Oxiel.
Now, Phoenix is in a situation where he's got the loot. He needs just shards, and he's got to go. Kind of same thing for Sir Lancelot. I mean, neither one of these runners needs things like Oxiel, Chime, all that stuff. They just need to get the shards and then go into Topher with the key and the loot. Now, Sir Lancelot obviously already has the key. Phoenix doesn't need the key because he's got a level 18 thief, and then they both have the loot. So, yeah, it's a shard hunt at this point.
It is. The one thing to point out, though, is that Sir Lancelot is probably going to... Well, I don't know if he's going to get more chests. He has a Vorpal, he has Tail. Phoenix should have Vorpal at this point. Phoenix will more than likely get Tail. I think in both their instances, they're not going to bother Masamune digging, which we know has to be in Sea Shrine. Unless it's on a greed chest, I don't think they're going to get it.
Yeah. So Phoenix doing the right call here, in my opinion, going to Waterfall. We know it's going to be the Chime, which is not something Phoenix wants to see right now. But we'll go into Sea Shrine, and because he doesn't have the tail, if he goes into Sea Shrine and clears it, may pick up that Masamune.
Yeah, and that's the difference. Yeah, that's the thing.
That's going to be huge for Phoenix because he's probably not going to get the tail at this point. because we have so many shards. I don't imagine him going into Sky. He will have his 28 shards by the time he is done in Sea Shrine.
He doesn't need to come here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Sir Link-a-Lot. Sir Link-a-Lot, more than likely, I'll have to see his menu again because I didn't catch how many shards he picked up on the way down. But at this point, he's got to be getting pretty close to that, at least 24 break mark, with the Tia kill.
I would think it's much more likely that that Link-a-Lot actually goes to C, because do they need was it 28 or do they need 32?
28.
Oh, okay, then never mind.
Yeah. And I just saw his menu. It looked pretty full of shards.
Yeah, our conversation earlier about how many shards there were in the game confused my brain.
Yeah. All right, Phoenix is not going to C. He does not want to go to C, even though he only has 20 shards. And you got a Noxshale. Please go to C.
I think I'd go there because you're right there. It's proximity. You got a proximity. And there's so many chests and mermaids. If you don't want to go fight Kraken, you can at least go do mermaid side and see how many shards you end up with before you decide whether or not Kraken's on the table. You only need 7.
Yep. But Phoenix is not interested in going to Sea Shrine right now. He's going to go to Sky to get the rest of the shards. Again, I don't know how I feel about this play, only because I know what we've watched so far. Mm-hmm. Yes, there are more chests here, but you're still going to get the same 4 shards from killing Tia as you're going to get from killing Kraken. And we know that the Masa is in Sea Shrine and broken into pieces. That is it for Tiamat. Sir Link-a-Lot's got 24 across the board. That is a lot of levels. Let's see how many shards he has.
Nope, I didn't see it. He menus too fast.
Yeah. I don't think he's at 28, though. I do not think he's at 28. I think he still needs like a few more. But he's pretty darn close.
Apparently he didn't check all of these.
Yeah, and we know that there's 2 in the Marshy.
Wow, Opal +4 and a dragon armor?
He's 2 away. He's about to get his last 2. He's about to get his last 2 in the Marshy if he goes there.
I thought he checked Marsh, but maybe he didn't.
Well, we'll find out.
And a white shirt. There was a lot of really good gear in this Cardia that I didn't realize was here. Dang. Did not check Marsh, then you're right. He's going to be at 28 right now.
Yep. And here we go. So this will be it. It's going to do class change because he's right here with the tail.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I mean, and level 24, 25 across the board. Mm-hmm. He's going to be in pretty good shape to go into Topher even without the Masa. We got a Katana, we got a Vorpal +4, we've got an X-Cal -1. Yeah. Oh no, he doesn't even need the Katana. He doesn't have a Thief.
Nope.
What am I talking about?
So this will be a shard go mode, and then yeah, as you said, he's gonna class change, and then we're gonna see whether or not he gets through Toph on the first try.
Yeah. Yeah, I just, I don't know, even on Phoenix's side, you're right there, the Kraken is, 4 shards alone, and you can just go up, check those boxes along the way, maybe pick up the random incentive along the way, and then see where you are. Even if you kill Kraken and you haven't found the incentive yet and you don't have enough shards, at least you're got to be closer than you are, getting out of that whole area and coming to Sky and doing this full clear.
I agree. I feel like that was a misstep.
But again, we're just calling the race, and I'm sure in Phoenix's mind he had a plan that made sense to him. So we'll ask him about it once we get him into the room.
I mean, if he felt like he didn't have the levels to take on whatever might have been at Sea Shrine, then that's the decision you make.
Yep. All right, so Sir Link-a-Lot moving some stuff around on his peeps, getting the white shirt, the black shirt laces, getting rid of everything else that we don't really need here, and I imagine Sir Link-a-Lot will be in Topher in the next minute and a half or so. And Phoenix is just going to keep it moving, hopefully get the rest of the shards that he needs in order to get into Topher. If anything, in Phoenix's mind, maybe we'll get to where he needs to be by killing Tiamat and then can just go into Topher kind of right behind Sir Link-a-Lot here.
So to point out the loadout that Sir Linklot is rolling, he's got great knight gear. We expected that. The important thing to note is that he kept the Vorpal sitting on the knight, but he equipped the Excal because the elemental damage from the Excal is going to be great. And then he can switch over to the Vorpal for Chaos when needed.
Yep.
He could have put the Vorpal on... I'm sorry. He could have put the Vorpal on the Red Mage, but why have the Red Mage swing that? He's not going to be good at it.
Yeah, Phoenix at 23 shards, so we need one more shard and a Tia kill, and we are good to go. Unfortunately, not going to have a Masa is really not going to have like a good in-game weapon for Topher, but we are going to get the tail out of here, and we do have the Excal and all those other weapons that we mentioned, so should not be too far behind Sir Linkalot. I imagine we'll be in Topher probably about 4 minutes behind Sir Linkalot.
I think Phoenix... I don't know. Like, maybe you're right. Maybe he's at 23. It's he wasn't quite full up on this last or the next to last level of shards, but with 28 in there, the math on Twitch. I'm just saying.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
So it's 4 rows. Each row has 6.
Yeah.
He had one less shard on that 4th row, so he had 23. So he needs one more,
right,
and then the Tia kill.
Thank you. Cool. Yeah, I saw it, and I'm like, is that? No, you're fine. You got it. You understood.
See here, hoping that this last shard is just in this room. It's not. We know it's in the top room where the pro ring normally lives in the vanilla game.
Mm-hmm.
So if he just goes up to that top room there, yep, there you go. That'll get him his last shard.
So not spoiling anything right now as far as winners or losers. We don't have any yet. Right now, Sir Linkalot is in Topher without anyone having finished. That doesn't mean that there aren't other people who could also be in Topher right now, because this was a fairly quickly laid out seed if you just followed the key items. So it's possible that anyone could be in here right now.
Yep. So Sir Linkalot already through the first 3 stages of Topher is taking on speed bump number 2 here. Bane coming out. That is scary because we only have 1 ribbon. Luckily, everybody missed it. Except for the Red Mage, but we can bring the Red Mage back to life. It's fine.
Red Mage is fine. You really just worried about whether, like, if Red Mage can have life, if Red Mage and White Mage both got hit by the Bane. I mean, you had the ribbon on there, but sometimes you get baned through a ribbon, and then you're sad.
Man, I have to say right now, Sir Linkalot really shown what the Duckling program does here.
Mm-hmm.
Duckling Supreme from a few Duck Derbies ago has been gone for a little while, took a little bit of a break after Fall League. Hasn't participated in anything, didn't do dab, didn't do spring tournaments, come back and is already just showing us what he's made of, what made him such a top tier contender here in Final Fantasy Randomizer. And Phoenix 29 here taking on Tiamat, trying to get those last 4 shards so he can go into Topher. Big ol' hit out of that. Wow, 10 hits, 361 out of that Dragon Sword. That's pretty good.
So, to point out, also, a thing I'm noticing is that Sir Linkalot has been getting ambushed a little in this dungeon and has been missing some of his runaways. That's in part because he doesn't have a thief up front, and that's one of those little things that the thief does give an edge for. His Red Mage is giving him more spell charges, but he is missing out on some of the quick getaways that you'd otherwise want to see.
Right, so Phoenix is out of Tia. Gonna do class change and then head in. Carries 2 is down. And let's see what the seafloor has for him.
No, he did have Ox. Maybe didn't. Oh yeah, and Sir Linkalot didn't get Oxyale out of Canaria because he didn't need to check it.
Nope. It's already there.
Mm-hmm. Here.
Alright. So Sir Linkalot, just trying to get through these last couple of encounters, moving the Black Mage into the front row, putting the Black Mage up as the sacrificial lamb. You don't want to put your life casters up there because Kraken's going to hit your life caster no matter where they are anyway. Luckily, coming out with Ice 2, not the scariest thing I've ever seen Kraken 2 do. Some Tempers coming out, Invis 2's happening. Let's see what round 2 goes. We got a couple of Lock 2s coming out, more white shirts. Let's see what our first attack of the Excal is going to do. And Phoenix is, what did I say, 4 minutes? Does that sound about right?
55-ish was when Linkalot came in.
Nice.
He's been
Big
running
ol'
about
hit.
4 minutes behind this whole time.
Yeah, big old hit there on Kraken 2, and Kraken 2 is down. So like a lot, everybody up. Just got to get through this air floor. Let's see what Tia 2 is going to be all about.
Yeah, so putting the Black Mage up front isn't nearly as scary as you might think if you haven't played this game a lot. Yeah, the Black Mage is probably going to get smacked by something and go down at some point, but at the same time, you'd rather be able to just pick them up, and they only really have right now 2 jobs to do, which is cast fast and take a hit. So if they do those 2 things and keep your knight alive, that's all you really wanted from them.
Yep. So doing pretty standard, keep everybody alive moves, getting your Invis 2s out, some Tempers coming out, Excal's big ol' hit, 8 hits, 1,200 damage. Holy moly. Tia completely whiffing the attack. Excal, 5 hits, 8, good lord,
Yeah.
868, and that will be it for Tia 2. We've got only one more boss left. I imagine Sir Linkalot is moving the Vorpal over.
Yeah.
Because that Excal is going to be way less effective against Chaos.
Mm-hmm. Well, that shows the power of the Excal with its elemental damage and the power of Temper. Even though the Excal was -2, it still did massive damage there with a couple Tempers thrown on it. That was just... Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
He moved it over.
Cool.
So, yeah, Sir Linkalot did move the Vorpal +4 over. So we've got the crit machine on the hands of the fighter, taking on our final boss here. 2 hits, 148. Not great, but we didn't have fast go off, and I didn't see very many crits coming out.
No.
Chaos did smack that Black Mage across the face a couple of times for 200 damage. White Shirt coming out here, getting more evasion stacks coming out, and Ice 2 doing a whole lot of Ice 2 things.
You can also see that with the Vorpal not having gotten more than 2 hits there on that first one, he immediately started bringing out some locks to help slow down Chaos and make him easier to hit.
Yeah, so Lock 2 is going to lower Chaos's evasion so that you can land a few more hits there. So that's exactly what you were just saying. More Tempers coming out here. White Shirt's going to come out again. Let's see what this fighter's going to do this time. We've got 7 hits, 679. That is pretty good. That's about half of Chaos's health, and that should do it. 999. That's the inverse of the devil. That's going to do it there. And Sir Linkalot with an official race time GG time of, hold on a second,
1 hour, 1 minute, 23 seconds, and that does cement him as first place not only on stream, but in the race.
Yeah, so overall, Sir Linkalot showing his dominance there, getting a first place there. 1 hour, 1 minute, 23 seconds, and Phoenix not far behind. I know we focused a lot on Sir Linkalot there when he was doing his Topher run, but you got to give it up for Phoenix. Really right there kind of to the end. Just a couple of missteps here. I think just Sir Linkalot has a little bit more experience than Phoenix. Sir Linkalot's first Duckling Derby win came before Phoenix was, I think, even in the community.
Even in the community, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, this is a really good run here as Phoenix is about to take on Kraken 2. Hopefully we can talk to Sir Linkalot here in chat.
Check me go poke him.
Yeah, I'm going to look and see if he's hanging out in broadcast waiting.
Not yet, but I have asked if he wants an invite, so...
Yeah. So if he wants to join us, he will. If not, that's totally cool. Understandable. Nope, he's here. Let's bring him in.
There you go.
Sir Linkalot, it's been a long time, buddy. How you been?
I've been pretty good. How about everybody?
Dude, we're doing awesome, man.
GG's.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's really great to have you back in and hanging out with us and running this Platy Party running race thing. What'd you think of that seed? What do you think of the flags?
The flags were interesting. I'm not used to doing shard hunt, usually without like entrance 4 shuffle, so it was just like kind of interesting to do it like that. I thought it was interesting, especially the EXP boost on the thief. I was really considering like, fighter, thief, white, black sounds really good right now, but I'm just like, fighter's got bonus luck, so I think I'll just go on that and I'll have my black mage and my fighter as my runners, and my red mage is always run anyway, so I'm just like, I've got 3 runners, I'll be fine.
Yeah. So, not to cut you off a little bit, but I'm sorry.
Trouble. Yeah, I was just
is very
noticing
much
his white
controlled.
mage is down, his fighter is on his knees, he's not getting a lot of really good boosts out of there, and unfortunately, oh no! Yeah, his fighter's now down. He still has a ninja with a ruse stick and the black mage up, but this is a tale of two different Tiamats here. Lit's coming out, got your swinging. I think that was a katana he was swinging, but 127 damage was enough to finish it. 27 on that ninja. He's going to move the Vorpal up because better damage. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, Vorpal's going to be a little bit better than the katana. Not
Crit.
much better, but just enough better.
The, 20 plus crit and was what it looked like, and that alone is worth its weight in, well, I guess blue, but worth its weight in gold.
Yeah, so Legalite, I know it's been a while. You know, what brings you back to us, man?
I just had a bunch of personal things going on, and I needed to, I basically stepped away from all the randos all at once, Final Fantasy, Link to the Past, pretty much everything I was doing. I left most of the servers with the exception of the main Link to the Past Randomizer Discord because I'm part of the Racing Council, so I couldn't really do that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just because it was just I had a bunch going on, it was distracting me, and I was just I need to just cold turkey quit right now until things get better.
Okay, hold on. We got a chaos fight that we're going to do. I want to listen to more of what you're saying, but defense and fast comes out. Temper's coming out now. Chaos just throwing out piddly spells, so it's not a big deal. Temper's more defense. Ninja should be nice and fully buffed, but he's going to do a triple just to be on the safe side. Quad X is a free turn. Another defense. Done with the basic buffing. Going to do some locking instead, which, as we know, actually is a very smart move. Try and decide what to do next. Gonna lock again. Swing. Hit. 6 hits, 162. Gonna need more tempers on that ninja. The locks are there. Ow! Nuke comes out. Big against both of them. And he's gonna go with drink strats instead of tempers. Can't say I blame him. Unfortunately, Chaos takes out the drink strats. And now we're in hold A and pray and hope for the best. Could potentially do this. He's down to 60 health, but Chaos can't have... Oh, you don't want to hit like that. You want him to punch. Just punch, Chaos. Please, just punch. More of that. 376. There we go. Nice and clutch.
Nice. All right, so what does that put...
That's official race time to GG time of 1 hour, 6 minutes, 21 seconds. Puts Phoenix in 4th place behind Adam Rupp with a 1:05.10. And Ale Markin with a 1:06.04. So very nice clustering there. And we just had a 5th place finish from Budge Mono for 1:07.11. Most of our Platypi are coming in right around the same time.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah, hopefully we'll get Phoenix in here to chat with us here in a little bit. We'll talk about his reasoning for leaving the Sea Shrine area and going to Sky. So, potentially diving... sea and getting those last couple shards there. So yeah, been gone a while, came back, a lot of personal stuff. Good to have you back. Shard hunt, monster in a box, right? With all the crazy stuff going on. You think these were, how do you feel?
Because I guess my biggest thing with Monster in a Box that I dislike, I guess, is the fact that sometimes you get those, that can just change the race. Like somebody checks the box that somebody doesn't, and it's a heal potion or something else. And this one's just like, trap box, I need trap boxes. I see them well, that's pretty much required unless I want to just get my shards somewhere else. So.
Well, yeah, the shards were going to be in there was nothing else that was going to be in those Monster in a Boxes but the shards. That was kind of the deal with that. So there wouldn't be any guessing games there. Phoenix, 29. What's going on?
Oh, just sweating that chaos.
Yeah, that was a little sweaty, to say the least. That was a lot of scariness happening right there.
That was whole day and pray.
And that's exactly what Darkmoon said.
Yup! It's come on, Chaos, come on!
So,
I only had about 2 turns till that nuke came back around, and...
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you guys basically did a lot of the same stuff. It was there was not really a huge route divergence. The big thing that happened was that once you guys both checked ice, Sir Link-a-Lot went into Volcano and got the loot out of there and got there was like 7 shards in there or something ridiculous. Whereas Phoenix went on ahead and tried to, got out of that particular area and did the ribbon turn in, and then of course got the rod out of the thing, and then had to get the adamant, finally got the floater and all that stuff. Luckily Phoenix did make it back to the volcano, able to get the loot. There were a couple things I want to ask you about. First off, Phoenix, you brought the thief, you got the key, you reset out of the key, you went to volcano, and then your thief immediately died.
Yeah.
He was at like level 16. How'd you feel about that?
Yeah. I was not happy about that.
Sucked a little.
Yeah,
Just
so what, so my question to you is why not get, because I think you were still on, okay, so first off, Sir Link-a-Lot, Gargoyles had Blaze and lit 3. You probably didn't know that because you never saw it.
Yeah, I didn't see that, and I'm glad I didn't see that. There were I think there was 1 or 2 boxes that had red gargoyles, not to mention I ran into random encounters a couple times and just got good turnover. I was like, nope, I'm out, bye. And now I know why my Warriors of Light were so adamant of getting away from the red gargoyles, even though they didn't know yet.
Yeah, so Phoenix, you could what made you decide not to just leave and maybe bring that thief back to life before continuing to dive? Because I know you were out of life 2 charges. Did you have houses in your inventory?
Yeah, I think I did at that point. Honestly, I was just trying to go. I knew some of the other people that were in this, and I was thinking I probably couldn't have the minute or so to spare that were thinking to get back out, house, revive, and get back in, and possibly deal with them again.
Yeah, luckily that didn't end up being a huge deal because you were able to get out of Volcano, get the extra levels, checking the Cardia Islands, and were level 18 and got the Accio. My other question to you then was, when you got the waterfall and you got the chime out of there, why did you go to why did you go to Sky instead of diving Sea?
I think my logic was the boxes in Sky are usually more clustered rather than one here, one here, one here.
Okay.
So I figured I had a better chance to quickly get the last couple of shards I needed, and maybe get enough to not have to kill Tia, or at the very least just then beeline it to Tia and kill him.
Yeah, and I'm totally fine with that. Yeah, that totally makes sense. So, Darkman, I think I'm done with my question. You got something for these guys before we get out of here?
I was just doing scorekeeping behind the scenes and getting everything set up for our 11 runners in the continuing couple weeks of the Platy Party. But I love the fact that we do this little event here to have the Platypi come in and get their own little event. I think it's great. And yeah, I'm happy to have both you guys here for this one and doing everything that you do. Good to have Sir Link-a-Lot back. But other than that, I don't really have any questions. I think you've covered everything.
Yeah. So, Sir Link-a-Lot, you are our first place runner and our first week of the Platy Party thing. Any final thoughts going into the next couple of weeks?
No, I mean, I'm happy to be back. I'm just gonna try to do my best next couple of weeks. I guess I start off on the best foot I possibly could, and I guess we'll see if I can be a Duckling Supreme and whatever, I guess, the title of
Platymus Prime, I think.
Platymus Prime. Okay, we'll go for that one too. So
yeah, right on. Co-op champion, Platymus Prime, all those things. Phoenix 29, hitting us with a 4th place there. Really good time. Any final thoughts before you get out of here?
GG Link, and thanks for the staff for putting this together. And other than that, glad to be beyond Shard Hunt.
All right, Darkman, take us out.
If you like what you saw, enjoyed watching this platypus party that's going alongside our Duckling showcase for the Duckling boot camp, and you're interested in maybe picking up the game, just stumbled in here, want to see more, we can check out the randomizer and everything else over at FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. We have links to the Discord and the development Discord, as well as the randomizer right there resources available there through wiki.finalfantasyrandomizer.com. Everything you need so you can get yourself up to speed and playing this game. We are going to have an extra credit coming up on Wednesday that's led by Luffy, who was actually in this race, got 6th place. They will be going through the week 4 extra credit flags based on whatever whim or fantasy they have going on for the flags. I don't think we're actually duplicating the ideas of the weeks at this point. So whatever Luffy has in mind, that's what we'll be running for the extra credit. That's Wednesday on the Final Fantasy Randomizer Twitch channel. Then 2 more weeks of this, the final week of which is going to be on a Monday instead of today's Sunday, just due to the marathon that we're going to be doing the 3rd weekend here of this whole thing. Marathon is the first Final Fantasy Randomizer Presents Rando Marathon 2022. 3 days of randomizers with an overnight Final Fantasy block on one day and an overnight Archipelago, I have to remember how to say that word properly, Archipelago run the other. Gonna be a lot of fun. I know, Link-a-Lot, you're actually got one run in there for Soul Blazer, I believe. Yeah. Anyway, just promoting our runners while we were here. So yeah, please come and check out. Oh, there you go.
I was like, I muted on Discord, and then I'm like, I tried to unmute it with the actual microphone. Like, that's not how that works.
You're good. You're good. I'm looking forward to watching the Soul Blazer Randomizer because I haven't watched that one before. So
yeah, I've got that one, and then I'm doing the mystery Final Fantasy flags too.
Jumping in with that one. Yeah, yep. I know what that flag is, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So
yeah, I'm sure it will be, and I think if they need help, I also told them I could do the Mystic Quest randomizer as well.
Nice.
So
You're just all over the place.
Yeah, I'll be busy that weekend. Possibly, so.
We all are. Oh, trust me. So yeah, please come and check out the marathon. That's going to be on the Final Fantasy Randomizer channel, twitch.tv/Final Fantasy Randomizer. And yeah, the finals for spring tournament should be happening this week as well, in case you need even more Final Fantasy Randomizer to watch. Everything's always going on here with Final Fantasy Randomizer. We are always busy. But with that, I want to thank our runners, Sir Link-a-Lot, Phoenix29, and everyone behind the scenes who is running in the race room, myself and Greg Lee, and of course Budge Mono and Luffy, who help keep this whole thing running every week for the Duckling Boot Camp. Please keep an eye out because we will have more going on with the Duckling Boot Camp leading into the Duck Derby. And with that, I'm going to let everyone go and let RPG Lit Break have the channel back. Thank you for watching this presentation of Final Fantasy Randomizer. Have a good night, everyone.